This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi.
Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Yeah, this a revolution in our time. Everybody's fighting, change coming, yes. That's why it's an acronym for riot. Everybody has a voice. Don't you dare stay silent. If you say nothing, you are an accessory to violence.
They've had their say. Seems like they've had that kind of say around here for too long. I had to stand up for myself alone. I went in there to remind them that somewhere in this world there's still a little law and order left. To let them know in the only kind of terms that their kind understand is that they can't bribe or threaten their way out of what they did. Let them do this to me and get away with it, and you give them the eternal right to do the same damn thing to any one of you.
Access 228, your host, Anthony Oksenholt, where we report the facts and we are not for sale. If you have a news story or something that's on your mind, please feel free to give us a call at 228-337-2099. Be glad to have you on. Thank you for listening, and we do appreciate all that you do to support us and keep free and independent journalism doing what we do best. All right, good people. Oh, Access 228, your host, Anthony Oksenholt. So, I did a little test run today, and I ain't done. I just did it by myself today because I didn't want people that I didn't know coming down there just this once. I kind of want to do this in solo. Next one I will announce, I promise. But today I went down to the Gulfport Police Department to do exactly what I said I was going to do. And I think it went well. I showed up 9-ish this morning, I guess, somewhere around 9 o'clock, and I didn't leave till after 1 anyway. And held up a sign. Y'all see the sign now. And I think it was pretty well received. I had one issue, just one singular issue. One of Wendy's rent-a-cops from Sweatman Security, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna call them, is Wendy's rent-a-cops, because I have zero regard for Wendy or whoever owns Sweatman Security, but zero regard for Wendy Sweatman anyway. Junior or third, I guess. And I have zero respect for his rent-a-cops because they're fucking rent-a-cops that think they can do something because they got a little tin badge on their chest and a uniform that says Sweatman Security and a fucking gun on their hip, and half of them don't know what a fucking retention holster is. Yeah. The singular issue that I had was the rent-a-cops tried to tell me that I couldn't stand right there in front of the side of the door to municipal court holding my sign. And I shut that shit down promptly. I told him in no uncertain terms that I will absolutely stand here until I choose to move, and that's exactly what I did. Well, one of the municipal court clerks came out, and she was very friendly. I mean, everybody I ran into today was very friendly. I had one guy that criticized my grammar and handwriting, but hey, you know what? I've had shitty handwriting for almost 40 years. So I know my handwriting's shitty. That's why I do a lot of typing. I don't do a lot of writing. But it is what it is. Um, but I think it was very, very well received. I did meet with Commander Kincaid of the Gulfport Police Department, and he at least seemed to be receptive. Of course, I'm saying this with a very healthy dose of skepticism, because if anybody with the Gulfport Police Department told me that it was a beautiful sunshiny day, I'm grabbing a raincoat, I'm grabbing some fucking Biloxi Reeboks, the shrimp boat boots, and a fucking umbrella, and I might start raiding the fucking shelves at the grocery store waiting on a fucking Category 5 hurricane. That's how much I believe Gulfport Police Department. You might see me with my truck full of canned goods, and somebody say, well, man, why are you doing that? Oh, Gulfport PD told me it was going to be a beautiful day, so I'm just getting ready for the hurricane. But that being said, maybe he's sincere. Maybe. I had zero problems with the police at the police department today. None of them even came my way. I guess they knew I was there. I'm seeing a couple of non-uniform guys going in and out. I seen a few of them driving, but they all quickly got to the back and went through the fence, their little fortress back there. But I didn't have any issues until after I left. And let this part of the story be a warning to the Gulfport Police Department. I catch you stepping out of line, I'm going to call you on it. I don't care what it is. You California stop through a stop sign, and I see it, I'm going to follow you. Be lucky I don't put you on camera. I see you speeding, I'm going to call you on it. If I see a Gulfport cop pulling somebody over, if I ain't got nothing else to do, you might find me filming the stop. I'm after y'all. I'll do it legally. I'm going to follow the law. Because I actually, unlike y'all, believe in the rule of law. And until you prove to me otherwise, I'm going to assume that you do not. I 100% believe in the rule of law, and I will follow the law. Y'all, however, have a habit of breaking the law, and that's about to stop. I seen a cop. I didn't catch his name, didn't ask for his name, but he was driving a squad car. Passed me doing about 60 on Highway 90. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I drive a Dodge Ram 2500. I got a 5.9 Magnum V8 in it. I promise you, I can keep up with you. That truck is fast and it will move. It's loud, too. He knew I was following him. If he didn't know, because I got on him, I'm going to say right past the old VA in Gulfport heading westbound. because that's when he passed me, somewhere in that area. And he took 15th Street, went up 22nd. I thought he was going to try to pull into the police department, but he passed that up. Did a couple California rolls. Went down 18th Avenue. Got on 49. Turned on 34th. And went up just right there in that little, almost by Club 34. He took a left. I forget the name of that street he was on. And two of his buddies were sitting there having a conversation. He rolled up. He pulled up and stopped. And I pulled up next to him. Again, I guess he thought that I would see his buddies and I was going to just disengage. Wrong answer. I got out of my truck, walked right up to him, and read him the riot act. Told him next time I caught him doing it, I would report it. He tried to smart ass me a little bit, and I'm like, no. And I ain't gonna lie, I walked up to him with big dick energy because that's exactly what I intended on doing. And if you work for the Gulfport Police Department, you expect me. You see a white Dodge Ram behind you? Second gen Dodge Ram? And it's making every turn you making, you did something. And I've got you on camera. I didn't have him speeding past me on camera because I had my camera unplugged. My dash cam. Which is probably why I didn't go down there and file a complaint on him. And also why y'all don't have the video. But yeah. I'm not playing. I absolutely mean what I say. I don't back down. You're going to enforce the law, you're going to follow the law, period. And I'm specifically going after Gulfport because y'all the ones that did this to a friend of mine. I'm not stopping. I'm just getting started. Like I told y'all, Daddy's home. I'm Daddy. I want to give a special thanks to Rip and Row from It's a New Day on 94.5. Very supportive. I think that Rip and Row and Amelia with their show was an asset. And if y'all ain't listening, 9 a.m. to 12, and Rip's been on there for about 30 years doing the same thing he's doing now. Y'all might want to listen. They got a nice little, if you download the JZ 94.5 app, they got a nice little chat room, or you can access it online. Y'all, this needs to happen. We need to call these people out. We need to stop the shootings. Stop the beatings. Gulfport PD wants to close transparency. I say we brute force it open. I say we force the city council to force the police department to brute force opening it. I want to give another shout out to Carissa Corbett, councilwoman for Ward 6, Gulfport. I met her outside City Hall today while I was doing my walk. Nice lady. Seemed like she really cares. She was receptive to what I was talking about and receptive to the problem. Y'all, this case has been going on for 2 fucking years at the end of the month. Where's the justice? Where's the accountability? Why are these officers, Officer Madeline Whitaker, Officer Darren Tishner, Officer Talvin Robinson, why are these officers still on the street? Why do they still have a job? Why do they still have a badge? Why do they still have a certification? Can somebody answer me that? Why? Fucking Darren Tishner, I swear to God, that dude, listening to his energy and his voice, just seems like he just wanted to just beat the shit out of somebody that night. Why is this man in uniform? He doesn't seem like he has the mental capacity to handle what he has been charged with. And he's charged with our safety. He's charged with enforcing the laws of the state of Mississippi, upholding the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Mississippi. And, you know, he sounded like a fucking madman. Whitaker, and look at the other video. I've got the dash cam, I've got the body cam footage. Whitaker sounded like she was just zero accountability whatsoever. You're not going to tell us how to do our job. Bitch, somebody needs to. Oh, that'll be me, Madeline Whitaker. I'm going to tell you how to do your job, sweetheart. Don't worry. And Talvin Robinson, this fucking guy, this fucking idiot, how he still has a badge in uniform after his wonderful courtroom performance in county court. Oh my God, I can't wait till I can clear up some of this debt to where I can get that transcript, because you talk about a fucking disaster. Jesus H. Christ on a stick in the fucking mud. This guy is just... Please, Talvin Robinson, if you see this, you remember my face. If you see me, charge me for anything. I give you permission, sir. I would love to face off with you in court. Just so I can laugh about it later. And I'm going to tell you, her defense attorney was nice to you compared to how I'm going to be. He cut you fucking light years of slack compared to what I'm going to do to you. And he wasn't that nice to you. Just imagine how I'm going to be. I'm a fucking pit bull. Ask Officer Lindsay, and I'll let him off easy. Matter of fact, Lindsay's probably one of the few cops that actually has some integrity over there that I've come in contact with. He actually showed his integrity. So, Officer Lindsay, if you're still with the Gulfport Police Department, again, as I said in another video, I wish you would have a long career. You have a future in law enforcement. These other three assholes, stay away from them. They do not. And I'm going to make sure of that. Y'all have a good day. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228.